Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure everything's set up right. Thank y'all for watching, everybody. If y'all are new, please hit that subscribe button. If y'all hit the thumbs up button, it'll help because it'll shoot it out across the algorithm so more people will watch. So if everybody would please hit the thumbs up button, it would help me out a lot. Man, I'm just doing some black and purple. Just some black and purple flies. You know, it's one of the #1 colors down here. So, just doing some black and purple redfish flies. I mean, to start off with, you know, I usually change it up. I'll do a few of one color, then I'll swap it up and do something different. I thought I'd go with some rabbit zonkers on this one right here. These rabbit zonkers, these are purple. They have a little bit of gold right on the tips. Just something a little bit different. Of course, I'm gonna throw that shiny on the hiney with some gold and a little bit of purple flashing. Any crystal flash. I put, so sometimes on the zonkers, I'll take and put, sometimes on the back of the zonkers, like on the flat part of it, I'll take and put some flex glue on there, and I'll put glitter on there. I do that sometimes, but yeah, I'm putting flashing itself on the tail. But sometimes I'll put some flashing on the zonkers itself if I'm trying to get all jiggy with it. I'm still tying a bunch of flies up for that fly fishing festival coming up in May. I'm just trying to have a bunch of flies done so I can sell them at the festival down there. I'd like to have a couple of hundred done. I've got like 60 something right now. What's up, Muddy Waters? Thank y'all for watching, everybody. If everybody would hit the thumbs up, it'd be sweet because it would send it out to more people. I streamed last night for a while, and I don't know what was up with YouTube, but I didn't have hardly anybody watching. I don't know. It was weird. Usually, I'll have quite a few viewers, but last night I just did not. So I tied a few flies last night, and then I called it after that because nobody was watching, you know. Y'all, I know a lot of y'all that subscribe to me know that I'm a fishing guide down here in Louisiana. Spring has sprung down here, y'all. It's like in the high 70s and the low 80s every day, and all the fishing I've been doing, I mean, we've been catching the heck out of fish. And so if anybody wants to book a trip, I've got a lot of spots open in the spring. So you can go to my website. It's louisianaonthefly.com. I do fly fishing and spinning rod fishing. So if you don't fly fish, you want to come down here and catch a bunch on spinning rod, we can do that too. But we've been tearing them up. So I'm gonna cut some of that off right there. I think I'm gonna add a purple feather to that, y'all. Let me grab me a feather right here. I'm gonna add a purple feather if I can find one pretty quick. You know what? A black would even work. I'm gonna add a black feather. I think that'll work. Just something to break that up a little bit. I'm gonna add a black feather. So a black piece of saddle hackle. I don't know why they call it saddle hackle. I'm not like a fly fishing tying historian. I grew up on farms and I never had to hackle a saddle, whatever that is. So I don't know why they call it saddle hackle. But that's what they call it. Alright, so I'm just going to get this started right here. Ooh, I'm almost out of purple thread on this one. I have to swap out my thread. So I'm going to get this one started. I should have enough to finish out the fly and then we'll swap it out. Now I'm going to put my little clippers right here on here, y'all. And I'm going to wrap it up. I wrapped it, but then when I went to snap it off, it didn't let me rewrap it. I wrapped it, but then when I went to snap it off, it didn't snap off. Well, it did, but it came undone. Alright, now I'm going to add, I got some, it's kind of like a purplish with some gold that I ordered. I was tying like Mardi Gras colored flies around Mardi Gras. I was using this on that, but looks pretty sweet. It's got some purple and gold mixed in. Oh, the saddle is the lower part of the rooster. Man, I had chickens my whole life and I never knew that. Sweet. All right. Yard birds, man. I'd have to go out there when I got home from school and feed the yard birds. So now I know. I just called them chickens and yard birds. I never broke down the rooster. But now we know. And no one's half the battle. Y'all know what that's from, I'm sure, right? On my Gen X, that's G.I. Joe, man. Sure that would catch a chinook. A chinook, I mean. I know what'll catch the heck out of some redfish. I get a lot of people from out west that come down here and book and fish with me, y'all. I mean, I get a ton of people from out west and all over from out there. Shoot, Colorado, California, Wyoming. I mean, all over out that way. And of course, a lot of people from up north. People come from all over the country and all over the world to come down here and catch these big redfish on fly. I got some brothers from Ireland. They have fished with me the past couple of years. I mean, I've had people from all over the world. What's up, Lone Star? There's actually some people on here tonight. Last night was weird, man. I don't know. Something was up because I just did not have any viewers last night. It was crazy. I'm gonna trim that up a little bit. Trim that up just a hair. There we go, y'all. Pull that by redfish and hold on tight. Alright, let's make some more. let's make some more. So, Country Carpenter, thank y'all for watching. Glad to see you back. That might have been... Was that my last hook in that pack? That might have been my last hook in that pack. I got another pack. I got a bunch of hooks, but... Yeah, that might have been my last one in that pack. These are what I'm using right here on these, y'all, the A-Rex. This is just the streamer. This is a size 1. I've got a ton of hooks, you know. I use a lot of 3/0 hooks, big hooks. But this hook right here would definitely hold a big bull red. All right, hook. Oh, let me swap my thread real quick, y'all. I'm almost out on this one. It really don't matter. I've actually got some white right here that'll work. I don't get all picky about the thread, so I got some white that's already queued up. I'll just go with that. It don't really matter. I'm down to my last large purple eye, so I'll use it before I bust out some different ones. So right here, I'm just going to set it on the hook, get a couple of wraps to kind of get it started, and then I'll do a couple of opposite wraps. And I want to get that weight 90 degrees as much as possible, lined up on the hook like that. And then once I get it lined up, then I'll start cross wrapping it. So I'm just going under the hook and over the eye in one direction, then under the hook and over the eye in the opposite direction. So, and you can do like a couple of wraps one way and a couple of wraps the other way, you know, however you want to do it. Just keep it, you just want to keep that eye on there. It don't have to be perfectly 90 degrees, but as close as possible is. And if it starts cinching down one way, you can kind of give a couple extra wraps one way and pull it back. And once it's on there pretty tight, then I'll take my thread and go over the hook and under the eye and wrap it like that, like this right here, and that'll cinch down that thread. And then I just go ahead and run a little thread base down the hook. Alright, throw some glue on here. UV glue just to you know, secure this thread. So I can't hear you. But have you come up with a way? Right. Liam, I haven't yet. I got the rod. I've showed it to you. I gotta come up with a way to do the giveaway. So. Yeah, I guess Liam's is his volume's just not working. All right, got some zonkers right here. I'm just cut me off a piece of zonkers. Hello from Canada. Laugh out loud puppets. Thank y'all for watching. Everybody that is watching. If everybody would give it a thumbs up, it'll shoot it out across YouTube so more people will watch. Alright, let's throw some purple shiny on the hiney. He can normally hear. He watches all the time. I don't know why he can't hear tonight, but oh, I made a post today on YouTube. You know how if you go on my channel, for those of you that are subscribed or whatever, you can see my posts. I made a post today because I'll still go through and watch some of my fishing videos, y'all, just because I like to go back and watch them. And I was watching one today where I was out by myself and had a pretty epic day fly fishing. So I posted a link to that video on my post. Y'all could go back and watch that if y'all wanted to. It's pretty sweet. A lot of redfish were caught that day. Alright, put a little bit of gold shiny on the hiney too. A little bit of gold shiny on the hiney. What's up, man? What's up, Dave? I haven't seen you in a while, dude. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right. Let me grab my minnow head brush right here. This is that misty purple color on the minnow head right here. Come back tomorrow and see if it works. All right, see you later, llama. All right, let's grab a feather from the lower part of a rooster. Purple looks awesome. Wonder if the bass... Shoot, yeah. Bass would eat this thing like a Dairy Queen Blizzard, man. Well, the bass up in Canada right now are probably pretty chilled out, I would think. I have fished the Canadian border. Dang it. I fished the Canadian border up there for smallmouth on St. Lawrence River. Dang, boy. Broke on me again. What's up, Owen? Doing good, man. Yesterday, went on Lake Pontchartrain, night fly fishing. Took the bay boat to try to go catch a bunch of speckled trout and stuff, but I didn't even look at the tide before I went. The tide was not right. We caught 0 speckled trout. We caught 1 flounder. So, but the day before that, I did chilling for a while, still ice on the legs, yeah. But the day before that, I went fly fishing, and you know, all we caught was big ones, you know. So, and that was all on the fly. But spring has sprung down here in Louisiana, y'all. So if y'all want to book a trip, you just go to my website, Louisiana on the Fly, and send me a message on there, because the fishing is good. And it's just gonna keep getting better. I'm really ready for like late April and May, y'all. Yeah, it won't snap on me. Yeah. Yeah, I just using that clip instead of wrapping it with my thread. I was wrapping it with a clip. But yeah, I'm ready for like May and June, y'all. Start doing some offshore fly fishing. Because when it starts getting hot, you can take the bay boat out there and go out and fish around the oil rigs, y'all, and catch all kinds of big old fish out there on the fly rod. But you have to take like a 12 weight, 12 weight and up. I wouldn't go out there with no 8, 9, or 10 weight. You're just gonna break something. But you have to go out there with like a 12 weight, 12, 13, 14 weight offshore, and go out there and get your arm pulled off out there. Man, EWAS during the fall is awesome down here, though, man. That's my busiest time. Um, I start getting busy like September, and then October, November, December, I'm booked almost every day. I don't have many days off during those months. Um, I'll take a few days off for Thanksgiving and a few days off for Christmas. But usually October, November, December, I am slammed, man. All right, there we go, y'all. Okay. It's so much fun. I don't just tie flies, laugh out loud. If you go on my channel, I've got tons of fly fishing videos. I'm a fishing guy down here in Louisiana, so if you go on my channel and check it out, um, you'll see a bunch of videos of me and my clients out here catching the heck out of them. In fact, like I said, I did a post today where I linked one of my older videos. The video's from like 2 years ago, but I was off that day, and I went out. It was like 2 years ago, and smoked them, man, on fly. All right, let's go with. I'm out of those heavy purple eyes, so I guess I'm gonna go with a light purple eye on this one. Man, some people do that. Some people do that. There's a guy that's down here now. He fished with me about a month ago, but he lives up in New Jersey. I think he's like a retired Wall Street guy. He technically lives in New Jersey, but he's down here for now, and he said he'll be down here until like the second week of March or something. So he messaged me and he wants to go again before he goes back. So I got to take him again pretty soon. Yeah, I wish I could afford to have a house here and a house somewhere else. It'd be sweet. I'll probably tie this last one like this, and I'll change it up for y'all. We'll tie something different after this one. All right. I always have so much stuff laying on my desk whenever I'm tying flies, y'all. Oops. Thank y'all for watching, everybody that's watching. We'll tie something different after this. I'll change it up. I just like to, when I pull all this material out, I like to tie at least a few before I swap everything over. What's my real name? Captain Shane. If you watch my YouTube videos, man, you'll see. Because I usually introduce myself at the beginning of my videos. like I said, I don't just tie flies. I got hundreds of fishing videos, y'all. There's a couple of TV shows out there with me on it. Magazine article. I have a stroke. That's hilarious, man. Yeah. So right now, um, whenever I move, which will hopefully be sooner than later, I'm gonna have like a dedicated room just for me tying flies and stuff. All right. What are you wowing, Owen? Blue flash. Oh, does it look blue on there? It's supposed to be purple, y'all. It's actually purple and black. Yes, purple. I clean up. So this is my computer desk right here, y'all. So I got all my my material stays in these. Like I got like a little roll around thing that all my material stays in, and I just roll it out right here, and put it next to me. Um, but this is actually my computer desk. This is where the magic happens, where I do all my editing and all that stuff. In fact, I'm probably going to edit tomorrow. I've got a couple of days worth of video I need to edit up. So that's probably what I do tomorrow is edit video all day long. I'll edit video for hours and hours and hours, and then I'll put the video on YouTube and it'll get like 10 views. So if y'all are new on here, please subscribe, y'all, and please hit that like button. The like button is a lot of times the most important thing, because if you like the video, if you hit the thumbs up button on the video, it sends it out across the across YouTube for more people to watch, y'all. So the like button's really about the most important thing. I thought about starting whenever I edit videos, and I might do it tomorrow. I thought about doing like a screen share. Hold on, y'all. It's one of my guide buddies calling. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm good. I'm just here. Time flies on YouTube. Just doing some black and purple. Yeah. Fly fished 2 days ago, and nothing but big ones, man. No, I mean the wind's been blowing, but you know, you know how it is. I've been right out towards the Gulf, and it's pretty clean. I went to Robinson. I went over there to that area you love so much, and it was crystal clear over there. And the only thing is, it was mostly black drum that day. I mean, we saw some redfish over there, but it was mostly big black drum. Yeah. Yeah, they might. 'Cause there was a ton of them. And then I ran over to Alero. And Alero was the same thing. A whole bunch of black drum, and then bull reds. You know, because those bull reds right there floating on that flat. Well, I mean, I haven't been. That was just me going fishing. Yeah, yeah. So, it don't bother me. Yeah, overall, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, you ain't gonna be going nowhere, dude. It'll be over with in another week or two, or whatever. It'll be over with within 2 months. Yeah, yeah, everything's gone. They've already knocked it all out. But no, I'm live streaming right now, man. So I'm on YouTube right now. Are you did you have a you were just calling to talk or something? Yeah, man, just been tying, on my off days or whatever, tying a bunch of flies because I got that fly fishing festival coming up in May 1st and 2nd. And like I said, I'm gonna book the heck out of everything because I'm gonna have to get your calendar before then, so I can book you up too. You know, in other words, if I'm already booked, I'll just book you. Gulf Shores. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have a good table over there, and I'm gonna book the heck out of some trips. So, all right, yeah. I'll holler at you tomorrow or something then. All right, man. All right, bye. Sorry, y'all. That was a fly fishing guide buddy of mine. Um, but he's in Wyoming right now. So he lives in Wyoming, but he comes here. He comes here during the fall to guide here during the fall because, like I said, man, the fall and winter time is so good here, and there's everybody's so busy here that he comes here from Wyoming during the fall and winter to guide. But he's already gone back to Wyoming now because during the spring and summer he'll guide back home in Wyoming, and then he'll come back here in the fall. So, all right, hey man, I messaged you back on my website, and I know you sent me your email address. I just need to go in there and I'll email you. I sent you a message back on my website. Stop licking. My dog's over there licking, man. I don't even know what he's licking. Licking his leg. I messaged you back on my website, man, but I will go on there and I'll get your email address and I will shoot you my info. All right, we're about to change it up, y'all. Last one like that. I just like doing. I like doing at least a few at a time. There's a few of them. I like doing a few at a time when I pull out all this material. So I'm not just pulling out a bunch of stuff and then swapping over and have to pull out more stuff. So, but we will swap it up, everybody. We will swap it up. Let me put this material up real quick. And I will grab some more material, y'all. Last night we tied right towards the end of the stream. I tied a crab fly. It's just a very time consuming fly to tie. But I did a crab fly last night right towards the end of my stream. Almost done, y'all. Putting this stuff up. I'll grab some more stuff. Just putting everything up, y'all. I've got so much stuff. You know what? Speaking of crab, we can do that. Let's tie some of my blue crab flies that I tie. We'll do that, y'all. Just because they work really good and they're pretty quick and easy to tie. So we'll tie some blue crab. Let me get out all the correct color material for my blue crabs. Almost done, y'all. Just grabbing the stuff out I need for this crab fly. And we will knock out some crab flies, y'all. Two more things and we're ready. One more thing right here and we are ready, y'all. All right, here we go. All right, let's knock out some crab flies. All right, here we go. Sorry. Let's knock some out. Crab flies, y'all. We're going to do some blue crab. I'm an old non-tech guy. Oh, I'll email it to you, man. I'll email it to you, Dave. I actually am a tech guy. I used to have a technology business back in Georgia. I've done a lot of technology. I used to work for a major law enforcement agency and all that stuff. But nowadays, I just mostly fish. Alright, let's do... This is like a blue crab pattern. Is that... Look at that, y'all. That hook is bent from the factory. Look at that. The hook is bent. Oh well. Brand new hook, bent from the factory. This one is not bent. Alright. Oh, you gone, Owen? Alright, see you, man. Alright, blue crab coming up right here. This fly looks really good in the water. And my clients, me and my clients, have caught some monster redfish on this thing. So I try to use orange lead eyes on this because this is like a blue crab. And blue crabs have, they're like a green, blue, and orange color on a blue crab. So a lot of times I'll use like an orange lead eye. Thank y'all for watching, everybody. I got 9 people watching. If everybody could please hit that thumbs up button, we could probably get some more people watching in here, y'all. Alright, y'all, just tying a blue crab imitation. I don't know why that thing's not focusing in right here like it should. Alright, blue crab imitation fly. Alright, I'm gonna go with deer tail, olive color. You can use olive color crafting fur if you want, whichever one. You know, it really, this part don't really matter too much. I'm just using a little bit of deer tail to kind of poke out the end right here. All right. Now I'm going to make the crab leg. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of flashing, and then we'll do the crab legs. lot of times I'll go with green, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit, try a little bit of this blue turquoise on here. See how it looks. It probably look pretty sweet. A little bit more than that. This turquoise flashing is so light. It takes a little bit of it for it just to show up. Alright, now let's make our crab legs. This is the part that takes the longest. This is just chenille in the tan color. And we'll make our crab legs real quick. So I'll just take the chenille and cut off a section of it. We're gonna do this twice. All right, we're gonna bend the chenille over, you know, double it over. So we're gonna double it over right here and just tie an overhand knot. This to me is always the hardest part for some reason. Just trying to tie the overhand knot in the chenille. Especially if I don't cut off enough material, which I might not have, but we're going to try it anyway. If you cut off more material, it makes it easier to tie this overhand knot. Come on, Betsy. Oh well. I didn't cut off enough. I can't get it. Let me... Where did my chenille go? What in the world? Where did my whole pack of chenille go, y'all? Here it is. Jeez. Alright. Again, we're going to try this again. I cut off more material that time. Alright, we're going to double this over. And tie our overhand knot. We're making crab legs. That's what we're doing. So there's my overhand knot right there. I just doubled it over. Tied overhand knot. I'm going to do the same thing again. Because we need 2 crab legs. I call this the name of this fly that I call it the long arm of the craw. Just to be funny, because you know, long arm of the law. I call this the long arm of the craw. Alright, so now we got 2 that we've doubled over. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take the scissors and cut off down here where you doubled it. We're going to cut off and do like that. So now we got like looks like a Y. Alright, you know on crab claws there's usually one longer than the other. So we're going to cut one of these a little shorter and then one a little bit longer. That'd be fine. We're going to do the same thing to the other one right here. So where it's doubled over, we're just going to cut off one side of that. So now we're like this right here. Now we're going to go ahead and cut one of these a little shorter and one a little longer. Alright. So these right here are the beginning of our 2 crab claws. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a lighter and we're going to put points on these crab claws right here. So if you take a lighter and you just hit each side of this right here, it's going to take that and narrow it down to a point. You don't have to do nothing but touch it really quick. And there you go, that's a point on those. We're gonna do the same thing right here. Now, is that redfish gonna run up to it and be like, oh, that crab don't have a claw on it, or a pointy claw? Probably not, but you know, it looks cool anyway. So now what I always do, I always paint these, the tips of these claws red, and then I do the little paw blue. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I got magic markers right here. I need a piece of scrap paper. I can use this. All right, so all I'm doing right here, and I'll just do this off camera. I'm just gonna paint these claws real quick, and I'll show you. Red Sharpie. I'm just painting the claws on the crab legs, y'all. Red. Alright, now I'm going to take the blue Sharpie and paint the paw blue. It does not have to be perfect. I said don't have to be perfect. Alright. Now I've got my two crab claws right here, y'all. And the reason I call it the long arm of the claw, whenever I tie these on my fly, I always leave one longer than the other just to be funny. Plus, if you look at crab legs, usually one's going to be longer than the other anyway. So when I tie these on there, that's the way I do it. I tie them there where one's longer than the other. So I'm just going to lay it on here, y'all. And tie it up. And then we'll just cut off the ends. Alright, so there's my little crab legs. Right there, y'all. Now I'm gonna put, with some crazy legs, a couple little extra crab legs on here. We will grab, let's grab 3 of them. Is that foam for the claws? No, it's chenille. It's just brown, the chenille, the tan. Okay, now we're gonna put some eyeballs on here. So I'm gonna grab a couple of drumsticks. Couple of drumsticks. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of this off because we don't need it. So I shortened up my drumsticks a little bit. Had to go out with the dog. Yeah, I know how that is, man. All mine are laying right here next to me on the bed. All right, now I'm gonna flip this over and put the eyeballs on there, y'all. We'll just do one at a time to make it easy. Oops. That's why a lot of times I use the easy shrimp eyes, which I've got a bunch of them, but I thought I would use this one tonight. Where did my... There it is. One of my shrimp eye legs was blended in where I couldn't see it. All right. I usually put a little bit of glue over the shrimp eyes and hit that. Hit it with the ultraviolet light. All right, now we're going to throw some brush on there before we add the blue. Y'all know I love my mental head brush. It's just such a great filler for a body. Alright, then we're going to finish it up with the blue flashing. Or not flashing, but the blue. Alright, where's my blue at? Right here. This right here is what really sets this fly off. I got a little scrap piece right there. I'm going to use this little scrap piece to start with. If I need to, I'll add some to it. If I got this little scrap piece, I might as well use it. Yeah, this scrap piece should be enough. Alrighty, almost done. Alright, y'all. Quick, easy little blue crab. Blue. This is my long arm of the crawl, y'all. Is what I call it. Alright, y'all. If y'all can see that. Those little crab legs on there. Little crab eyes. Little legs sticking off. Just a little blue crab imitation. Sling it out there in front of a redfish. Strip it by his face and hold on tight. And that's it. Alright, y'all. I think that's going to be it for tonight. It's about 10:15. So, I guess that's going to be it for tonight. But thank y'all for watching, everybody. And thank you, Dave. I will email you. And thank y'all for watching. And please subscribe and all that stuff. Okay, the long arm of the crawl. That's it, baby. That's it. It works, man. I mean, I got a bunch of them. I got all my boxes are in my skiff, but I got a bunch of these right here in my skiff, man. So they work really good. So, all right, thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all probably tomorrow. All right, thank y'all.